Hello campers, I'm Kirk Stevens, and these are my campfire tales. This is the tale of Into the Void, part 8. And we pick up where we left off. We had just created a save point. It's nighttime. So, and let's grab something to eat here. We have something simple. Yeah, let's just eat the chips. Been living on chips. All right. Top off our water. And let's see if we can get about 9 hours of sleep. It looks like a blustery day, Charlie Brown. Well, this is unfortunate. I think we repaired almost everything. Ooh, it's light enough to repair. Let's... There we go. I think the wind died down. Oh, insufficient materials. Please shred something else. Perfect. Harvest. And repair. All right. You know, in the last episode we were exploring, and I think I remember seeing a couple of maple saplings in the distance, and I didn't even think to go grab them. That I should have. So we could have just been letting them sit here and cure, and it could have gotten us to the point of getting a bow and making some fire hardened arrows and shooting wabbits. And trying to build up the archery skill to see what that does. So let's take one of those. Let's take one of those. Let's eat a box of crackers. And you know what? We've got some deer meat outside. Let's eat one of those. Let's fill our belly. Okay. So we discussed two plans of action dependent upon the weather. And one of those was to go back up here by the engine where that cave was, or one was to go to Deer Clearing. And I think because it's kind of not a great day, I think we should go to the cave, because I was hoping for at least a little clearer. We are just a tad cold, even with all of our really nice clothing. So even though we've got the nice clothing, doesn't mean we're perfectly warm. So, are we heavy in any way? We do have a leather because we fixed our shoes. So let's put that away. We don't need to take that. We'll take the wood. Oh, we got another can. Let's Let's actually drop the crappier of the three. Put you up there. We'll harvest that. Do we have room in this drawer? We do. Let's put our spent casings in here. I've never reloaded ammunition. I intend to try that. If we live long enough to do it in this round, I intend to try it. Okay, so we still have 3 flares. I think I'm going to keep those. We'll harvest that. I'm going to bring the book with me for something to read. I'm not going to pack a ton of food. It's my intention to get back here. I may grab one more box of like crackers or something to bring along with us. We do have a go drink. We do have teas. Tell you what, let's take one of those and something lightweight. Here, I'll take a soda and a bag of chips. Call it good. And do we have... Okay, we did bring a hacksaw. All right. And let's go. You can hear the wolves howling, so let's get out our trusty dusty peacemaker. So we could walk back up the little creek there and back and around, or we can go up this way to the rope. I think this way will be a little bit quicker. Don't know that for a fact, but kind of seems to me that it might be a little bit quicker. Holy Moses, did we leave food behind? Interesting. I didn't know we'd left this behind. How long will this take? You know what? Let's risk it. I'm not going to take it with me, but if we leave it like this, it'll stay. If you leave it in a bag, it might disappear in a blizzard. So we'll cook that later. That'll give us a little more food. That's okay. I didn't know I left that behind. Obviously, I did not write down enough notes to tell me I had done that. Oh, and we forgot the spray paint, but not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. I could remember when we first started this game, playing on Pilgrim, and even then just being so afraid of the wolves, and it seemed like every time we turned around, got into a wolf encounter. Every time we turned around, we got into a wolf encounter. And so try to avoid the wolves like a plague, and had not figured out how to use the torch and scare them off, and had not really watched any videos. And I stumbled upon one of Zach's early videos where he was doing walkthroughs, and he walked through the deal where he was going to the gold mine, and he walked through 5 wolves with one torch, and it changed the whole way I looked at the game, how I played. And so now when I hear the wolves howling in the background, and I watch some of the guys on Twitch, the one I probably watch the most is Wands and Only. And, you know, they don't even, the wolves are nothing. They just, you know, they'll walk with the torch or whatever, and they'll be following them, and they essentially do a thing called walk the dog. And the dog just, or the wolf just kind of follows them, and they're okay with it. And it just reminds me of all the times I used to hear that wolf howl in the background, just cringe, knowing that I was going to have this encounter and it was going to end my run. And so, shout out to those guys for showing me how to get by the wolves that used to drive me crazy in this game. Still hate the Timberwolves though. Those are a nuisance. Now, note to self: if you see any maple, cut them down. In fact, if I remember correctly, I think the maple were up where I did that little mapping deal. Let's go take a sneak peek over there real quick. It's not that far. It was just past the engine. The cave is right there. Let's go see if we can grab those, because I would really like to do the bow and the fire hardened arrows, and go wabbit hunting. Okay, our target is to go through that cave. But, oh, speaking of bunnies, come up here and hunt. We drew the map up here. And I could, yep, there they are. I was going to say, I kind of remember in the back of my mind seeing maple saplings, and doggone it if I didn't think to come over here and grab these in the last episode. So let's remedy that. We're here. Ooh, that was close. There we go. And really not that far from where we were headed as far as the cave goes. Easy. Easy. All right, so seeing how I forgot the spray paint. Oops. Line up the rocks. The 3 rocks. Ooh, only 2 torches. That's not good. So we will have to light a fire at some point. But nevertheless, let's go as far as we can. We do have flares, so it's not an issue. Ooh, 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 ooh. I did not mean to take that step. Ouch. We sprained a wrist. I'm not going to worry about that too much. What did we tear up clothing-wise? I just spent all that time repairing. What did I tear up? My shoes? Oh, looks like might have Scuff the hat. Oh, you know what? Maybe we ought to just build a fire right here. He's got a pre-made one here. Antibiotics.
Okay.
No, I was going to say we just eat that, but how about this one? No, we'll save that one. This one? Oh, that one's really bad. And that's bedtime food. All right, let's... Oh, here we go. Fur. We'll put that in the fire. We'll collect our coal. I was just looking over the edge of that thing, and I was trying to see if it was a climb or what the story was. And it's a ramp, but I stepped too far and just walked right off the edge. All right, so let's light a fire here. No, use a stick, silly. And where's your torch? All right. We'll put the fur in there and we'll pull out torches. I don't intend to stay, but we've only got one more torch left, and this one's almost gone.
Come on, little fire.
So let's grab some torches real quick. There we go. Wow. Trying to remember that I don't have to turn 360 degrees away from the fire just to extinguish these. I catch myself turning backwards. Oh, that's quap. That's quappy stuff. All right, let's extinguish that one. Last torch. Rest in peace, my friend. Okay. Can you? Wow, you can process that. That might be a great place for firewood. If you needed, someplace that you're not going to freeze to death. All right, so my guess, because we're heading down, my guess is going to be that this is going to lead to Echo Ravine and where the other engine is, and I believe there's a couple of crates down here. So I'm guessing this is where this is going to take me. Ooh, another coal. We're going to definitely collect all the coal. Comes in handy. Oh, and there's the way out, but we haven't explored everything. In fact, you know what? Here. I need to be better about... Okay. That's the way out. I glanced here. Let's see where this leads to. Another coal. It just circles out. Okay. All right. No problem. We should run to our torch right here. And there it is. Okay, so this is just kind of a bit of an atrium area, and then that leads us back. Okay. So again, here, let's back up here. Before we go out, let's nibble on the chips. I know we're not really that hungry, but let's get hydrated. Let's top off all the things. That way, if we get into any little bit of trouble here. All right, let's toss that down. All right. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, I should have picked up some more charcoal. Now, where are we at? We are. I think this is Echo Ravine, because this is, I believe, where that laptop cave chasm thing is. All right. So I believe that's ruined. Pick up that. Okay, so let's see if my suspicions are right. If I go left, this will lead to three-way cave. And if it does, we'll map that out. There's a carcass. Oh, look at this. Yeah, we'll harvest that. In fact, need to get in the habit of picking up the feathers. Okay. And in fact, I think this is correct. I think this leads to three-way cave. Yep, that's what I thought. Doesn't say it, but it is. This is three-way cave. All kinds of goodies. Tell you what. As D.H. Dunn would put it, Megatorch.
Nobody needs this anymore.
Yeah. We'll use that for cloth. We'll take us to charcoal. And you know what? I will leave one stick. I'll tell you what, let's trade out that and take a fur. And let's map this area. Not the greatest map in the world, but that tells us. So, yeah, okay. So let me back out here. So we entered here, and it spit us out here. Now, I believe this is Echo Ravine, and there's an engine down there. And then this is three-way cave, so we came up this way, and it leads up and around in a couple of different areas. So, a memento hit that way. So we can go different directions here since we walked up this way. So I believe which way to go? Let's go. If I go to the left, that might lead me to the memento cave system. Let's do that. Let's go left, because I believe that leads out towards Deer Clearing. And because the weather's not the greatest at the moment, if this leads us to that other cave, because I know, like I said, there's a series of caves that kind of, you go this way, it takes you this part this way, because it's kind of like the ice caves at HRV, which is yet another. Oh, yeah, I forgot. See? You need the rope to get up there. That's right. I forgot about that. It's been a while since I've been over here. I know this from many, many, many gameplays ago, but so we need to figure out how to get up there so we can put the rope there if we really want that. So, all right, well, that solves that. We're not going to go that way. So now, do we go towards Deer Clearing? Because, I mean, all we can do now is we go back the other way. We're going to go and loot Echo Ravine, which, quite frankly, doesn't excite me right now. Let's go this way. Let's see what this leads to. I believe this goes towards Deer Clearing, but I don't travel this way a lot, so let's go find out. Tell you what, let's grab these. We grabbed some other ones earlier. We'll get enough to get a tea in case we need one. Let's get some higher ground here. See if we can see where we're at. Oh, let's go over this way. We're fighting the wind. Come on, Astrid. Oh, this blocked the wind a bit. There we go. Ooh, there's a rope climb here. What is... So where are we? Where are we? Okay. That's... All right. So if we'd have gone back down three-way cave, or where that cave spit out, this is where it would spit us out. This is Echo Ravine. That's where the other engine is. And then there's 2 containers, I think. You might be able to see them. Yeah, there's 2 containers. So there's one there and one underneath that little piece of fuselage there. So that might blow out, but I'll be okay with that. There we go. So now with three-way cave, right here, this leads up to that rope climb, which we would need to figure out. So we need to go back this way. So, well, that's kind of cool, though. So this is the way we could have come back, and that would have been, we looted that. So let's head over this way and see what's over here. And you know what? Let's be smart, because we don't know where we're at. We don't know what we're going to run into. Fortunately, we're burned up our mega torch. So in this, we probably could goat that down, but okay, so that's probably that is Echo Ravine. You keep going, and then about right where that tree is there, it would lead you out and up to where the bear cave is, and then if you keep going that way, that leads to Ash Canyon. So this is all starting to tie together. I wonder if... Yeah, the mapping right here isn't going to help any. So I got to think if we go this way, this has got to dump us out kind of towards Deer Clearing. That's the only thing that makes sense. Come on. Pick up the sticks, Astrid. Pick up the sticks. Oh, I was going to say, did we run out of real estate? Can we get up here? Oh, cool. Good. So I have a feeling we're still looking at... Yeah, okay. This is what I was pointing out here just a second ago. You keep running down this little way here, and that leads to Ash Canyon, and this is going to lead us back towards where the Bear Cave is, back towards Crystal Lake, I think is Crystal Pond. Back to home, back to the Mountaineer's Hut. And then I believe that's the tree bridge right there. Somewhere over in this area. So this is kind of leading us to Deer Clearing in a roundabout way. So let me see if I can get a little higher up here. And we'll map this from this point. Oh my look. Look what we found. I knew it was over by Deer Clearing. I wasn't sure. And in fact, I think if I remember correctly, Big Fish came at this from the other direction, not from Three-Way Cave. So, wow. I had no idea this was in my back pocket. So let's map this and see if it shows up on our map. It does not, but see, okay, Echo Ravine. All right, so this is all starting to tie together. This is the way out. This is the way to Ash. But no campers. Let's see what's in here. Now I wish I had the spray paint with me. Maybe we'll find some. Accelerant. Oops, stand up. Nothing there. I wonder if it's like an Aurora book. Well, it's a place to sleep, I guess. It's got the little fallout. It's funny, there's electricity. You'd think this rural outback area, this Mountaineer's Hut doesn't even look like it. Well, you know what? I guess when the Aurora, there's lights there, so there's electricity out here somewhere. But how crazy is this that, you know, you have to climb the rope to get up here? How did they get all these materials here? There's a whole lore of things that Hinterland could do. They could do like these little flashbacks, do little videos of the guy who prepped this. You know, how did he get all these materials up here? This is crazy. So we stumbled upon the Prepper's Cache. This is the one I was telling you in the last video that I had watched somewhat where this was located, thanks to a Twitch player. Watch occasionally Big Fish. I watched his video on this, and so there's nothing here. It's empty, so it's really nothing to get excited about. But we did stumble upon it, and as we were exploring, and well, here it is. And so if we head this way, because everything that way has been echo ravine, so at some point we get in the right spot here. I don't know if we can get high enough. Can we get over here? Yeah. This leads us around, and then we end up essentially at Deer Clearing, which is over that way. Oh, there's a Karen. So I believe we'll just go down over here, because I believe this is the little pathway that leads to the rope climb, which essentially leads us to Deer Clearing. So why don't we just head towards Deer Clearing? It's not really late, but we're tired. I don't know if we're going to be able to make the rope climb. We might have to try a coffee. Or maybe we have to take a little nap. Okay, so there's the rope climb that gets us up to Deer Clearing. So three-way cave must kind of be that way. Cool. We're piecing it together, campers. All right. Just holster that their ruined torch. Any more feathers? Oh, wait. Another broken arrow. I keep this up, because we know there's 2 arrowheads from previous excursions in Ash Canyon, which isn't terribly far away. Because if you go to Angler's Den, which is the one lonely little hut on the lower level of Ash Canyon, there's a workbench, and generally you find a couple of arrowheads there. Boy, this food is so good for us. Here, let's eat that. Let's drink a cold cup of coffee. And let's see. Oh, we have a sprained wrist. We have lots of bandages. Let's bandage this up and get up this rope. And if we start to fade, maybe we can drink the go drink. I don't know if you can do that in mid-flight. I don't think you can, but come on, Astrid, you can do this. Ugh. Come on, we're almost there. Oof, that was pushing it a little bit. Yeah, I know, you're just tired. Push along here. There's a couple of caves. We can take a nap. You'll feel refreshed. You know what? Get this out, because I know, again, there was at least one wolf that hangs out over by those containers, which I know we're not that far from. They're right over that way. So let's stumble our way over here to one of the caves here. One of the caves leads to Ash Canyon, and one of the caves is just a cave. And it doesn't matter which one we use. And I believe you're going to be right here, because I see some rose hips, and generally that's a good sign. Yes. Okay. So this is the one that leads to Ash Canyon, because we traveled out of it. So, I'll tell you what, put down your sleeping bag. There you go. Find a spot there. And, I don't know, sleep for an hour. Tell you what, let's drink one more coffee. Out, please. All right. Nah. How many rose hips do we have? 32. Enough to make a tea, so I'm not going to worry about it anymore. All right. Now, if we sneak over this way, I believe there is a second cave. I think it's right there. Hello, deer clearing. And again, right there where that rock with the broken tree is, right there, are those two other containers. Now, I don't recall. Hello, deer. I don't recall if we opened those or not. I know that we've been up to the summit a half dozen million times. But I figure we could come in here. Oh, I was going to drop off some coal, but let's go ahead and pick up the coal that's here. So this will respawn. But right here where this cedar is, let's lighten our load just a bit, because I know we've picked up quite a bit of coal. Let's just drop it all. That lightens us up. And for the moment, let's drop these books off. I'll keep that one. Is there anything else here we can... Not that these weigh that much, but... There you go. Drink one of those. No excess clothing. All right. Get out. Yes, get out your trusty rock. All right. Let's mosey on over to the containers. This way. Looking over this way. This way. Let's go mosey over here. And I'm going to double check these containers. That's the current goal. And then we'll come back to the cave and we'll spend the night. And if the TLD gods are kind to us, we'll have decent weather. Oh, look, here, some birch bark. Ooh, 2 birch barks. That is another birch tea. Not that we've really needed it on this, but it's always good to have. You never know when you're going to have an unfortunate encounter with Mr. Wolf right there. And even though we have a stem, that could be the difference of healthy, unhealthy, because this is interloper when it comes to the wildlife. We got stalker loot. Okay. So we've been in here. But we didn't grab everything, so... Oh, look at all this stuff. Okay, we don't need to take any of this. We've got some of this stuff back at the deal. So you know what? Here. I'm going to take one of those cleaning kits because the pistol's at 50%. Now let's climb up top. I should probably go back and open that up and then make a note in the note thing of deer clearing container contains cleaning kits. And are you for real? Go away. These are you little turd. You actually scared me. I was like, I figured you ran off, but you just ran up here to get all crazy. Go chase that deer. You're not even chasing the deer. Okay, so we got combat boots. Socks. Essentially missed loot. Oh wait, that's the one we opened up. We got pants. I'm gonna take the socks and harvest them. Okay. All right. Wolf is busy. Oh, I haven't taken any notes. All right, so deer clearing. Containers.
It's gonna get a lot colder soon.
This clothes. And shoes. Oh, come on, type properly. And then cleaning kits and whetstones, I believe, are in that other one. There. I'm a horrible note taker, but at least now I have a fighting chance to know that if we run into a situation and we're like, gosh, we need a cleaning kit, or gosh, we need a whetstone, we'll have a better idea. So I'm going to head back to the cave while Mr. Wolf over there is preoccupied with eating the deer. And we'll reload the gun and maybe clean the gun. It's getting late. We need a good nap. That dude was crazy. Oops. I'm back there watching him and I ran into the rock. Crazy wolf. So I keep looking back. I don't trust him. That single shot should have scared him off, and then he ran right up there. Thank goodness I was able to back up enough to take a couple more shots without aiming. All right. Let's go ahead and reload this. See, this is why I don't think we're ready to go over to Blackrock yet. I'd love to be able to go to a few more regions and really load up on the ammunition. Oh, that's not what I was wanting to do. Come on. All right, let's harvest these arrows. This will be kind of nice because usually, like an interloper, you end up having to, find the hammer, go forge, and do all that stuff, which is, which is cool. I mean, it's part of the allure with interloper. And hopefully, as time goes on, we get a lot more. Get my skills up to do that more. I like interloper. It's crazy. It's hard, but that's why I'm kind of doing this. This is kind of a blend of both worlds. We're kind of playing Stalker Plus / Interloper Ultralight. So if you haven't catch the earlier videos, basically what we're doing is a custom run. That is essentially you start with the Stalker base game, and then you go in and you turn up the wildlife and the weather to match Interloper. So it's kind of like taking Stalker and turning up the volume a little bit. I wouldn't even call it Interloper Light. It's more like Interloper Extra Light because there's just way too much. It's way heavy on the loot. Interloper is much more difficult because the loot is so much lighter, and so you don't have nearly the clothing. You've got to do a lot more crafting early on to stay warm. You don't find the matches. You don't have a bedroll. It's way more difficult. So there's ways to amp this up even more. So this is kind of the first baby step of going from Stalker to Interloper. At least for me. So anyway, let's see here. Getting tired. We eat some of our crappy food here, but I was trying to harvest stuff and get stuff out of my inventory, but let's also... I thought we picked up one of those. Did we not pick that up? Well, that bites. I thought I could have sworn I picked one of those up. I was going to snag one of those to clean that rat. Well, okay. When we leave, we'll go grab one. I guess we're not doing that. But we can harvest all this stuff. Can't repair stuff in the dark, but you can definitely harvest it. And see, that stopped me from making a stupid mistake. Try to repair those socks. Obviously, the worst socks in the game. Oh, you just shut up, Wolf. You already made me mad. Come up there and scare me. All right, we're near exhaustion. Let's harvest this last pair of frozen socks. Okay, so we got everything harvest that we wanted to harvest. Okay, we've got lots there. We're not super heavy, but we're not super light either. Okay. Let's eat all our crappy food here. Ooh. You know what? Let's drink one of these wonderful cans of evaporated milk. I can only imagine that coating on your tongue. Ugh. Okay, so we look really well fed. We are hydrated. We are dead tired. So let's do 10 hours. Get a good night's sleep. Weather doesn't sound good at all. Hydrate. Seems very windy. Pick up your bedroll. What's our weight look like? All right. Drop that here. You know what? Let's drop one of those books too. How many coal did I keep? Let's drop one of those too. All right. Let's go see how windy is. Let's grab one of those cleaning kits on our way. And I think... Okay, it's just windy, so... Let's go grab a cleaning kit. Because obviously we need to clean the gun, because we're going to keep shooting it at that stupid wolf. So... I've been trying to keep these episodes right at about an hour. And we're very close to that. We've got about 3 or 4 minutes to the hour mark. So... run over a little bit of an hour. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to grab this cleaning kit. We're going to head up the hill here a little ways. And I really should map deer clearing. We'll see if we can get away with that and not get attacked by crazy wolf here. And I think what we'll do is, depending on the bear, if we can sneak up to Eric's Falls, there's a cave in behind the waterfall. That's not the bear cave. And we'll create a save point there. And then in the next episode, which would be 9, we'll explore that area. We'll do our mapping. And we'll see what's in those containers. Ooh, deer scared me. I thought that was a freaking wolf. Blah, blah, blah. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to duck down and be stealthy here. And I'm going to hopefully catch most of deer clearing here. Almost. So I'm assuming the memento hint is the Ash Canyon Cave. So we should have done the map over by that cave, but no worries. Hello, Bucky deer. All right, so let's head over to the Eric's Falls area and establish a save point, and we'll bring episode 8 to a conclusion, barring any mishaps. So hopefully the wind won't slow us down too much. I'm feeling really good about where we are as far as discovering most of the map. I think we've done a pretty good job of covering some ground the last 2 episodes. So hopefully we get the Eric's Fall area done, and I may have to take a look at a map, but I believe there's one more transition cave somewhere, and we've got that little thing on the map about memento deal. I don't know if that maybe getting up here to Eric's Falls, we might be able to find a way to get to that. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Because once we map that area, we'll be able to tie that together with the rest of the map. All right. So let's go around this way. Yeah, depending on not if we're in the windbreak, we warm up. So it's just barely cold. So let's see if Mr. Bear is going to screw this up for us. All right. He's not right here, thank goodness. But he may be walking this way, and that'll make it difficult to get down to Eric's Falls, because without the rope in play, this is the path. And the wind is making this very slow. And the wind is going to make this very treacherous, because one of the things that you can do with the bear that I have learned from the great teachers on Twitch is that you can do what's called a campfire trick, and you can mesmerize a bear to freeze with a campfire. But with this wind, building a campfire, even with the pistol, is going to be difficult. Oh, and there he is. He just popped out. So, which way are you headed? He's headed this way. So, can we climb up someplace and kind of hide from him? This is going to be tricky. What my hope is that we can kind of goad our way to a spot that he isn't going to notice us. I'm going to stay crouched. And let's, if we can get a windbreak. There we go. So we have a windbreak. Is he going the other way? That would be awesome. You can kind of sneak in behind him. The problem is he's so slow. All right, so we're not cold. You know what? I have a better view over here. This pistol's going to do nothing. Where'd he go? Where did you go, Mr. Bear? Where did you go? Ooh, can we get up here very high? Oh, there you are. Wow, who knew you could climb this? Okay, so here, I'm going to do... All right. Okay, let's go. Pass just enough time for him to get a little further up the road there. And let's hope we can... Let's sprint. Maybe we can pull this off. If he's in here, we're dead meat. Okay, he's not in the cave, so he did walk this way. Now, how far into his... Okay, he's right there. So we spent just enough time to get him up the road here. So let's see if we can continue that agenda. There, let's crouch and see if we can goat this a little bit. Come on. All right. Again, we're warm. We're going to pass just enough time to not be visible, but... you know what, Astrid? Eat the crackers. Drink some water. Can we... Ooh! Dang it. That was a little further than I wanted it to be. Alright, so he's just over the ridge here. Let's hope he doesn't turn around. I'm going to try and... stay over here. And then... we'll kind of do this little crouch dance here. He's still walking away from us. So I don't know how far he walks this path this way, because I know he comes down the other way. Because we met up with him on one of our trips up to the summit. So we've bumped into him once before down on the other end, but I don't know how far up this way he goes. But I can see the little pond up here. So we're getting closer. Luckily enough, we're not cold. This is where it gets hard if you're in Interloper and you don't have any weapons and you're trying to get to an important spot and you're freezing. So my hope is to stay far enough out of his range and keep crouching and kind of crouch, walk a few steps, crouch, walk a few steps. Just don't want him to aggro at all, because I got nowhere to run. I might be able to start a fire. I'm in the windbreak, but I'd have to find a patch that would let me do it. And we're on this hill. I wouldn't hold out a lot of hope. Okay, so this is a good sign. I see the lake / pond, river. I think there's the waterfall should be over this way. And we're getting closer and closer to that little cave that's over here. So I'm just going to stay crouched. He does not notice us. I think we're in a good spot. I'm going to cheat a little bit and do that little jump up, jump down. And basically what I'm doing is uncrouching and crouching, taking a couple of steps. Kind of cheating the game a little bit. All right. All right. Here's the cave. Let's duck into here. Waterfall cave. Yay! We made it, campers. We made it. Good deal. I was trying so hard not to get mulled. Alright, so let's put you away. Now, the tough thing is that because I came light, we didn't have a lot of food. Now this is starting to get a little sketchy here. So, don't really need food at the moment. We're not really going to take a nap here. We're just going to create a save spot. We do have teas we can drink. And if we're lucky, the container will have some food in it. And I believe we'll have some cattails to chew on. But we're not really that far from the Mountaineer's Hut, or what we're calling home, because that rope climb that we didn't bring the rope with us, but we should be able to goat down right there, and then we walk past the engine and head back home. So at any rate, let's create this save point and bring today's adventure to an end, or this episode's at least. Saving the game. And that will bring episode 8 to a conclusion. So, campers, thank you for joining me today. And we will explore this area, do some mapping, loot the containers, and we'll move on. I'm going to keep trying to find the lantern, the Spelunker's lantern, which is that red variant that's supposed to not burn the fuel as quickly. And I think it's not quite as bright, but that's okay. And hopefully we'll be able to find that. If not, we're going to unfortunately have to we may have to take a run to the summit. There's like a whole container full of them up there. Or we may not. The lantern's going to be easy enough to find elsewhere. And we may decide to part company at this point with Timberwolf Mountain. We'll have gotten all the containers done, and we'll have a pretty good regional base set up here with the food and clothing and everything. So maybe we'll head to Pleasant Valley and onward to other places. I don't know. Maybe we'll go to Coastal Highway, or I don't necessarily want to head to Mystery Lake just yet, but that does get us closer to the airfield. And because we got such a good start after we got out of Black Rock and got all of the loot from the summit and everything, we are in really good shape for all that. So maybe heading to Mystery Lake and via the dam and Forlorn Muskeg, Broken Railroad, maybe we should head to the Void. That's what this adventure is about. Haven't been there. We've got good clothing. We've got protection. We can loot along the way. God knows the dam has probably got a ton of stuff. We got all the stuff in Mystery Lake, all the stuff in Pleasant Valley. We wouldn't have to loot it all. We could just look for the good stuff. Maybe set up a regional base there in Pleasant Valley. Set up a regional base at the Trapper's Cabin. Kind of set up things along the way. But anyway, we'll make those decisions on the next episode. But thank you for joining me, campers, and we'll see you on the next one.